What's up, guys? This is Grant Workman with The Thriving Agent. I want to take a second and talk to you about this crazy market that we're in. Sure enough, we thought COVID was going to come back with a vengeance and that the market was going to jump and be super active, and guess what? It sure is. So right now, our problem as an agent is learning how to win in multiple offers. So I'm gonna give you my 10 quick steps of how to win if you are competing with multiple offers. In our area specifically, that's like under 200,000. I'm gonna walk you through some tips of how to win, okay? So here we go. Number one, start with a strong, knowledgeable offer. Okay, what does that mean to me? That means that you ran the comps for the offer that you're going to be making. Now, I know that sometimes it's difficult to run the comps quickly enough, but it's extremely important for the listing agent to feel like you're a smart agent and you did the work on your side, knowing that your offer has a good chance of getting appraised and actually making it to closing. So run your comps and then talk to the listing agent as if you know what you're talking about, but also make it real strong. Make it a good offer from the start so that you have a chance of winning. Number two, find closing costs elsewhere. If you've got a client that's asking for closing costs on top of the offer, obviously you can ask above the offer price, but that makes it real hard to get it appraised. So encourage your clients of the importance of trying to find that closing cost somewhere else. Maybe it's a gift, maybe it's savings, but try to find it somewhere else. If you can, you're gonna have a much better chance of winning. Number three, try to go conventional. So if your client is doing FHA or VA, USDA, something like that, if there's any chance that you can encourage your client to switch over to conventional loan. There's a lot of different conventional loans, even 5% down, sometimes 3% down, and there's a lot of different ramifications that they need to talk to their lender about. But if you can get rid of that FHA appraiser who's gonna come with requirements, same thing for the VA, if you can remove that component from the seller's mind, you've got a much stronger chance of winning that winning that contract, because they know all they have to deal with is the actual inspection process. Number four, make your pre-qualification higher than what your offer is. Now, I know this is backwards than what we typically do. We typically put it right at the price that you're offering, but in competing offers, it's important for the seller and the listing agent to understand that you are a strong buyer, that you are worth paying attention to. And so ask your lender to put that pre-qualification number as high as they can so that your clients, your sellers feel comfortable with you. Number five, work with a local lender, for crying out loud, and have the local lender call the listing agent. This is a huge one that's really gonna help in so many ways. Have your lender who has really thoroughly vetted the client. They've dug in, they know the details, they know their job, they're intimate about this specific person. Have that person call the listing agent and say, hey, I just want you to know they just sent an offer. I have dug deep into this person. They are 2 thumbs up. We're not gonna have trouble closing this deal. We're gonna get it done. I just want you to know confidently you can trust that pre-qualification. I've done my work. We're gonna get that thing closed. That is gonna speak volumes to the listing agent and to the sellers, okay? Number six, offer a shorter inspection period. It's simple, but you don't have to do the standard 10 days or sometimes the 15. Obviously, the longer that you go, the worse off it's gonna be for the sellers. So try to do a 5-day inspection. If you can get an inspector out there, termite guy, whatever you need quick enough, make it as short as you can. Your sellers are gonna love that. Number seven, potentially try to go as is. If you're able, or if you have to go VA, then maybe do as is with the exception of any appraiser requirements. Or if you don't want to go as is, consider putting a repair cap. Hey, $500 repair cap. They still have the chance to walk away if they find something bigger than that they're not interested in, but it's going to encourage the seller. Again, they know what they're getting into. They know that there is an end in sight, if you will, and they can kind of rest assured on the numbers that their listing agent is sharing with them based on that contract. Number eight, close fast or close flexible. So, a lot of times if you can get closed in 20 days, obviously work with your lender, make sure it can go that fast. But 20 days, sometimes that's fantastic for sellers. But at the same time, sometimes it's equally as important to the seller for them to get to choose when they move out, and it may not be super fast. So if your buyer is flexible, you can say, look, we will close in 20 days, or we will close in whatever your seller needs, up to 60 days into the future, but give the seller the power to choose when they're going to close. Number nine, write a heartfelt letter. Have your buyer write a heartfelt letter to the seller to explain why they love this house and why it's the perfect place for them. And I know it sounds cheesy, but I promise you this works consistently, okay? So take the time, have your buyer take the time and write it, because it really, really does work. Oftentimes, not always, but oftentimes the seller is emotionally attached to the house, and they want somebody else to be emotionally attached to the house, and they would rather sell to somebody that they trust is going to take care of it like they have, instead of somebody who will give them more money. Okay, so that one's a big one. Number 10, the last one that we're gonna talk about is escalation clause. This is kind of the biggest one, and this in my area is really popular at the moment. Some people don't understand it, so they're afraid of it. But listen, this thing is legal. It's happening across the country. It has happened for many years. So let's walk through what needs to happen. In my opinion, and I'm not an attorney, okay, so I'm just gonna give you my understanding as a broker in Oklahoma. We can do this escalation clause, but you must close the loops. That's one of the biggest problems with escalation clauses, is people will throw out this idea, hey, I'll give you so much money above the highest offer price, and it's just kind of open-ended, and you never know when it fully closes the loop, if you will. So to me, that's one of the most important things. So here's how I recommend doing it. Write your offer, write the strong offer, number one, and turn in the offer, and then separate, completely separate, not legally connected to that contract, have an addendum that is the escalation clause, okay? They're separate, okay, but the escalation clause points to the contract. So they're not legally connected, but they're separate. So in the escalation clause, you can say, regarding the offer at this address, on this date, right, by this person, so you're very clearly directing it to one document. Regarding that offer, I'm going to offer, you know, $1,000 or $500 or $1, whatever it is. Hopefully it's more than $1. 500 to 1,000 is great. $1,000 above the highest bona fide offer. Now that's really important that you write in there bona fide offer. And if you want to put in parentheses, highest bona fide offer to be confirmed by the buyer's agent. Okay, so they can't just be like, oh, we got an offer for this much and not show you the proof. It's gotta be real, it's gotta be bona fide. It has to be a legitimate competing offer with you. So I'll give you this much money above the highest bona fide offer with the maximum price of, and you gotta put a maximum price. Whatever that maximum price is, make sure your pre-qualification letter matches that maximum price already from the start. And then this is extremely important. To me, this closes the loop really well. This shall be confirmed by a seller's counter offer to the original offer of the buyers, okay? So you're explaining, listen, basically this is a sort of a legal letter in a sense. You've got the buyer's signature on there. It's an addendum. It's not legally connected, but this is, we want you to know this is real. This is pointing at this contract. We're gonna give you this much more above the highest true, real, proven offer. And we're gonna know legally that this is official whenever we confirm it through a seller counteroffer to the original offer that we gave. And then that's gonna close the loop right there, okay? So I hope that's helpful. That's my 10 quick tips for how to win your multiple offers today. I hope you guys are kicking butt. I hope that you are consistent on Facebook, letting all your friends know it's an amazing time to be in the market and that you are ready to help them. And as always, we'll talk to you soon. Thanks guys, bye.